Good evening. Oliver, what are we going to do next?
We have about 5 minutes until we get joined from Warsaw, but staying on the VC aspect, it's quite interesting, and I really liked hearing his ticket size, because the 500,000 seed investment is quite a unique one, especially from a VC side. And the space that he's looking to invest in, as you've said, we've seen a lot of companies come on board that aren't necessarily there in terms of bringing on a 2 to 5 million raise. So a 500,000 ticket size is quite an interesting one. And we have about a couple of minutes until Christoph joins us from Warsaw.
Okay, it's also a difficult ticket size. We just discussed this outside with the Itchy, as we're looking into kind of like a small distressed property fund here in Bali. Obviously, Corona has been devastating to the local economy, but obviously there are also a lot of opportunities out there right now. But I wouldn't really know, maybe not my expertise, of where to go if you're looking to raise 500,000 for a startup. It seems such a small ticket size, but it can make such a huge difference in the early stage of a business, especially if the capability is to kind of leverage that with government money, as we have in the past. So, if you're in Europe, if you're in Germany, if you're in Singapore, you can turn that, 500,000 maybe to 2 million or 3 million in, services and engineering services and tests and everything else that you might need to bring your product to market. So this is really, really a big jump forward. Oliver, what is your take on that right now? What have we learned? We should make a small list of all the really early stage funds we have talked, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing on the platform. It's finding the niches that are there that need to be bridged, and finding the investors and pairing them with the right startups. A lot of startups are in that bracket, but not so many investors. And it's been really exciting to find and secure sort of partnerships with those investors, exactly like we've seen there. And also sort of putting together quite a niche investment market on the Israeli side. It was interesting to hear him add the Europe plus Israel. And just the fact that we're going to be showcasing the EX Venture Israel night on December 3rd is really exciting, to be able to specifically offer opportunities, because companies like Brightmerge, who are going to be showcased, are exactly within his wheelhouse. A software system that has traction but requires a certain amount of capital to be closed on their first round. So it's perfect.
No, it's definitely. We should also make a list of, I don't remember, how many starters have we talked to this point? 150 maybe?
250.
250, okay.
Yeah.
Just to make a list where they all come from, because we had a very strong Canadian dominance there for a while, and I think it's going to come back. So the last weeks, our focus has been very heavily on Israel, but we have gotten a lot of good companies coming out of the European Nordics in general. And obviously Germany is like a little bit of a home market. So, I don't know if it's because there's so many innovative companies, or just because we know the market so well that it's easy for us to reach. But if you're a startup out there, no matter where you are, we want to hear from you. We're also really looking for some African startups. We're very, very weak on that. Also Southeast Asia, even though we do spend a lot of time here in Southeast Asia, I don't mean, Americans who live like us in Bali, but like more local startups that are solving local problems, and that might be, really close to the ground and need some support there, where it's very tough in those markets to find capital for your startup. So if you come from any of these places, please reach out to us. But of course, we'd like to talk to Poland as well. We got two gentlemen, Christoph and Piotr. Nice to meet you.
Hello,
nice to meet you too.
And Marek is joining us as well. Awesome. So you guys are joining us from Warsaw, is that correct?
Not from Warsaw, we are from Gdańsk, so the city at the sea, at the Polish Baltic Sea.
Nice.
Really nice place. Even now.
It's a little bit nice in the summer, though. At least in my.
Yeah, for sure.
It gets a little bit dark. It gets a little bit dark in the winter.
That's right.
Cool. Give us a quick introduction. What do you guys do?
We are both co-founders at Stylefect. Two co-founders from four co-founders at Stylefect. We've got a startup which is a marketplace solution which connects two worlds of the social media and e-commerce. So on our platform you will find the features like on the social media, so you can behave like you are doing it right now, but we are giving the possibility to make the transaction at the same time at the same place. So it's a unique, in our opinion, unique new way, and to join to the new world.
Cool. So, do you, by any chance, have like a screenshot, something like this, we can share with us? Oliver will have to. So give us a little bit better of a feeling of how this works. It's not necessary. Just if you have spontaneously something available.
Yes, we can explain how does it work, and we've got some presentation. Maybe we can share presentation if you want.
Absolutely. If you have a few slides for us. I mean, I think it's a little bit tough to grasp what you guys are doing, and for some reason I have a feeling that whatever. I mean, I just look at you guys' suits. We're not used to that anymore. That if you guys design something, it probably looks really awesome. That's my feeling. Okay. Very spontaneous. I don't have any idea what you guys are doing.
Okay, so maybe I will share one graph, and maybe I will tell a little bit more about about our
and maybe Christoph, you can tell us a little something like what kind of phase your company is in. Early adopter. What phase are you in right now, and are you raising capital?
I don't hear you too well. The quality isn't perfect. Could you repeat?
My question is while you're looking for the slides, what kind of phase is your company in, and are you looking for investors right now to support your growth?
Yeah. Yes. Right now we've got the solution totally ready. So we've got MVP, and we are before the commercialization. And we are looking for the partner right now who would help us, as I said, to make the commercialization of our platform. And the perfect it would be if the partner investor would be a famous person as well, not only to have the money to invest, but if it was, for example, some celebrity, a sportsman, or some actor, it would be great. But the second variant is someone who is a owner of some big e-store. It would be the best if it was a multi-brand e-shop, because we are solving the problems of those of e-commerce, because our platform, why we started that, we solving free problems of free sites, free beneficiaries of our platform, influencers, advertisers, and buyers. And thanks to our platforms, influencer can monetize their followers databases, because we realized that when we were analyzing the social media that a lot of influencers do not monetize their databases. So we spoke with one girl which is big influencer in Poland, 350 followers. So it's not the huge one, but it's quite big. But she's not earning only money from that, and mainly she gets a lot of products from the advertisers who wants to cooperate with her, and that's her problem. That she needs to work not only as an influencer. So that's a real problem. For advertisers, has different problems which we are solving. They are investing every year more and more money for the marketing, online marketing campaigns, but at the same time they are losing more and more money. And the statistics says that $35 billion they have lost in 2018, and the forecast says that it will be much more. And why they are losing those money? They are losing because of the ad fraud, which is very common right now. Yeah. For example, if you would like to, as an advertiser, to promote your products on the internet, nowadays you are mainly going to the influencers agency, which is suggesting you some influencers. And let's assume they suggest you that the influencer, which has got 1 million followers, so quite big, and you are paying for such influencer. So, but the real database of the followers
should bring
it's
much
not
more,
1
yeah.
million. It's maybe 30% of that because they have built their database buying, for example, database on the AliExpress or different place. So it's a huge problem for the advertisers. And
no, I totally get it. Can you show us a little bit more about your product? Because I said my wife is strong on Instagram, right? I'm a proven example that nobody cares about middle-aged gray hair guys on Instagram, so I'm just doing this for my own pleasure.
Okay.
But obviously, if this would be like email lists or something that would drive a much more precise return on investment on those kind of databases. So very interesting to see is how you make it easy for Instagrammers, for example, to sell their products, because many of them, we live in Bali, right? Everybody here is either a coach or an influencer. But they're usually not very technical. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort to get daily content. But kind of their sales platforms needs to be rather simple because, I mean, they produce that much content a day is a lot of work. So they're often not very technical, not very smart about commercializing on their following. I see the problem.
Yeah, we've created, our solution is we created the platform where the influencer can, create posts like exactly in the same method like influencer nowadays doing it on other social media platforms. So Instagram, Facebook, and for example, Pinterest. So your influencer is taking picture, and he's able to tag the products on this post. Mm-hmm. And advertiser, if noticed that the products which are tagged on the post of the influencer are in his offer of his e-store, he can propose to attach the link to his product to his shop, of course. And when he is proposing that, additionally, he defining the conditions. I'm speaking the conditions which tell how much influencer will earn in case of the sale of those products from these links. Mm-hmm. And if influencer accept the conditions, at the same time, automatically the online agreement is establishing between those sites. And if the follower of the influencer will buy that product from his link, he will get the simply commission. That's the core model of our application. And there is a second model which can be very interesting for the advertisers and influencers, because in the second process. Advertiser can create the campaign on our platform, and where advertiser can define what products and other conditions of the campaign, and who has the access to those campaign. And if the influencer fulfill the conditions of access to the campaign, the campaign immediately shows on his mobile phone that you can cooperate with for example Nike or other brand which will be on our platform. And when he accepts that, he can make his everyday regular work. So share the posts and using the products which are on which are in the scope of the campaign. And the same, if the buyer will buy something from this link, he will get the commission. So it's very simple.
Very cool.
And, if you were asking about technical thing as well, our platform is very similar to the Instagram. We wanted to be sure that the influencer will be able very easily to perform any actions on our product. So we assume that nowadays influencers knows know very well Instagram. So that's why we are very similar interface.
I think this is actually very, very interesting. And you know, I don't know much about us, but we live in Bali here. And Bali, I think, it's one of the hubs in the world with everybody is an influencer, right? We have all the Russian influencers here. I mean, every second person you see, that's why people are so hot when they look at my parties, because like everybody has like, you know, 900,000 followers, 600,000 followers. Even my wife has 25,000 followers, and she's not even called an influencer here. So does this platform work already? I mean, could we do a trial on this thing and see if it works for our friends?
Yeah, that's work. That's completely finished. So it's working. We are it's tested on our side, but you know, there is a small problem with a proof of concept, because we don't want to lose. You know, we want to start from. We want to make a big start, I would say. So we need the campaign, which costs a lot. That's why we need the partner. We need the investor who will help us to attract a lot of users, because the success will be if there will be a lot of advertisers, a lot of influencers, and of course buyers. So we've got everything planned, campaign, communications planned. We've got analysts in scope of tax and law. Product is 100% finished, but we are waiting with the start. We don't want a small start. We want to start.
I generally, I mean, from my feedback in this, we're just recording a class and a course on how to raise money for startups. One of the things I always like to do is that as an investor, not only me but many investors, we like to see at least a little bit of revenue, like a little bit proof of concept. So in your position, I would not totally, you know, roam out the chance of doing maybe a small field test before and just simply see if people get excited about it. I think can really, really help before you put big money behind it. It also is going to make it easier for you guys to get a better deal from that investor, right? If you can show we have really targeted this in a very small niche market and people had to get some referrals on this, get some people, you know, some influencer talking about your platform as well, I think it can, I would not totally say no to that. I think it could be a good step forward, because raising money for a marketing campaign is not always easy, right? If there are no existing users yet, because you're pretty much going to burn your money through Facebook ads and all this kind of things very quickly. But I do understand you need to have enough influencers and enough deals on the platform in order to be viable, right? That's the challenge you're facing right now, correctly?
Yeah. Of course, we are thinking. We don't want to start, but from small numbers. But of course, we've got on our head the second variant, which you are talking about, to make the small proof of concept on the market, because it will be much easier to speak with the potential investors then. So yes, we are considering considering that.
Let's talk about it. Maybe do a small trial here. I said I invite 40 influencers to my next party, and we're going to do a small deal and see if they take it and if it works. Gets you a bunch of really hot people afterwards talking about it, because I can tell you right now, every influencer out here, and I call many of them really my friends, they are looking for any additional way to make, get good deals in. They're really suffering from COVID. They can't travel. Of course, their life has gotten a lot less exciting over the last year. And a lot of them are stranded here.
Yeah, if you can help us in that scope, it would be great. Yeah, we can make the.
Could be interesting. I'm very spontaneous. We also, what kind of money are you looking for right now to when you're talking about an investor to kind of kick off your campaign? What kind of ticket size are you talking about?
We are speaking about 700,000 euro. Because up to now we invested only our private money, the same amount, maybe more, about between 700 to up to 800,000 euro. So we invested our private money, and now we are looking for 700,000 euro as well from the investor. And as I said, it would be the best if someone can help us in the promotion, not only thanks to the money which he's got, but thanks to maybe his face, maybe someone famous.
Yeah, or just somebody with a lot of followers, and that can actually move people. Super interesting concept. If I want to reach out to you guys, what is the best way to reach you if I want to get involved with your product?
To catch us, you can write us to us on the LinkedIn or straight by mail or call us. So we are open for every communication channels.
Very, very interesting. I want to thank you guys so much for coming on the program and sharing this with us. I do understand exactly what problem this is solving. And one of the things we like to talk about is, how we can solve problems. Your problem is obviously there that, influencers want to have a larger deal flow to advertise. It's a little bit like stock photography for photographers. It's a market that was revolutionized a few years back. So you know that you can have access to a certain deal flow. And on the other hand, I see that a lot of social media money is just absolutely uselessly wasted on fake stats, bots, and everything else. So I think the advertisers will get more hesitant in the futures in paying for Instagram campaigns because it's just not working in so many cases anymore. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate your input, and we're going to put all this information on our LinkedIn channel as well. And let's circle back maybe tomorrow and see if what solutions we can come up with. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
I really appreciate it. Have a great day on the Northern Baltics from Poland. Thank you guys so much. And please send us your deck to Oliver, if you don't mind.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Bye-bye.